Wait, hold. Scott, there's the last. Okay, so this is fine. Okay. Okay. I just want to tell you. I don't know. I need like a tell me when to start kind of thing. Good morning. I'm Lisa Jones, the San Diego Housing Commission's President and CEO. It is such... Closer? It is... There we go. There we go. It is such a pleasure today to be gathered here in joy and celebration. There is nothing more foundational to the health of a community, to the health of an individual, than housing, a place to call home. Today we celebrate 62 new affordable rental homes for neighbors who have been without housing. Throughout the process to get to today, our main focus has been on the people for whom Pacific Village is now home. Living without shelter and security is a traumatic experience. We cannot overstate the importance of turning your key in the lock for the first time, walking into your own apartment, or going to sleep in your own bed feeling safe and secure. Our residents have been able to experience those moments here at Pacific Village. That is what we're celebrating today. The residents here at Pacific Village include veterans, transition-age youth, and others who have been living in shelters, on the streets, or in their cars. Now they have a life-changing opportunity to live in a stable apartment of their own. And they have access to supportive services that are so important to achieving long-term housing stability and helping them thrive. The San Diego Housing Commission also has committed housing vouchers that help these residents pay their rent each month. Today is a new chapter in the life of this building and its residents. Pacific Village is particularly special to all of us at SDHC. This used to be a hotel. Not only is it permanent housing today, but in the winter of 2024, it quite literally became a shelter from a storm. Just 4 days after the floods in January 2024 that displaced so many families, we completed our purchase of this property with the help of so many of our partners here. And we immediately set out to make it a place where families displaced from their homes by the floods could find an emergency place to stay while they tried to begin to navigate through devastating circumstances that upended their lives. A couple of months later, we set out to convert this hotel into the studio apartments we see today. The renovations completed here included installing kitchenettes in all the units, adding fire sprinklers and alarm systems, installing additional security measures, replacing plumbing fixtures, replacing the roof, painting the building inside and out, and installing rooftop solar panels. And frankly, making it beautiful. Take a look at this place. It is gorgeous. Absolutely so proud of the team and their efforts. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the many agencies and organizations that collaborated to make Pacific Village possible. They include the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, the State of California, the County of San Diego, the City of San Diego, the architects at Silman, the construction crews from LDCO, and the supportive services provider Telecare, which will be serving residents. The leadership and support of our Board of Commissioners also has been instrumental for the creation of these new apartments. Commissioner Stephen Cushman is here with us today. Thank you. I also want to thank our County Board of Supervisors for their support of this project with capital funds and dollars for supportive services. Mayor Todd Gloria and our City Council also continue to champion housing solutions our city needs, including properties like this one. They strongly supported our efforts to make Pacific Village possible. We are truly fortunate that housing and homelessness solutions are priorities among our elected officials in San Diego. And now it is my pleasure to welcome Mayor Todd Gloria.
Thank you, Lisa, for the introduction, and good morning, everybody. It is It's always a good morning when we can start with some new housing for San Diegans that need it. And I will tell you that this is particularly sweet right now because it's great to be here in the heart of the Midway on what is the latest stop and what I'm maybe just informally referring to as my Build More Housing World Tour. Many of us were together just yesterday in downtown San Diego when we dedicated Harrington Heights for 270 new affordable units for a variety of San Diegans, and then, of course, here today in Midway with the Housing Commission for Pacific Village. Next week, we will be in Claremont for another dedication of more affordable housing, and projects like this one is going to be replicated very soon in Linda Vista, hopefully, and a couple other places where we continue to compete for funding to get this done. I think what we have here today at Pacific Village is another perfect example of what progress on housing looks like. You know, not long ago, as was mentioned, this site was a Ramada Inn, one of the many older motels along this key corridor in our city. It is now a 64-unit project that will provide permanent supportive housing for veterans, transition-age youth, and other San Diegans who were previously living on our city's streets. And it's happening in a neighborhood that is rapidly evolving. Hear me out on this, guys. Mark your calendars. You were here. Just steps from this building, we as a city are proposing and pursuing the redevelopment of our sports arena site. Transformational project called Midway Rising is looking to deliver 4,000 new homes, 2,000 of which will be affordable to San Diegans. When it's advanced, it will be the largest affordable housing complex on development on the west coast of the United States. We're doing big things. Smaller projects like this one, although this has big impact, and big ones like just across the street, more changes coming to this neighborhood that is going to be really positive. And it's projects like these that show how Midway is becoming a model for inclusive, mixed-income neighborhoods where people at all stages of life and all income levels can find opportunity and community. And Pacific Village would not have been possible without the kinds of partnerships that are always necessary to make affordable housing complexes work. I'm proud that the City of San Diego helped to make this a reality through the policies that our council has helped to implement, expedited permits through our Friends and Development Services Department, $5.9 million in city funds towards the purchase and rehabilitation of this property. That funding comes from our friends in the Economic Development Department, and I want to thank and acknowledge Assistant Director Monica Hardman, who is here with us today. Monica, thank you to you and the EDD team. Amazing people who share my passion for affordable housing. Of course, our proud partner in this effort, Lisa Jones, and Commissioner Cushman, and all of our friends at the San Diego Housing Commission. The architects, Silman, this is great. This looks amazing. It looks very, very good. LDCO, I think, is the contractor, if I'm saying that correctly, and the service provider, Telecare, who has the important work of making sure that these are not just places where we put people, but places that become homes, places where people become independent and successful. All this is possible in part because we have an incredible city council that understands the urgency of this moment when it comes to providing more housing. We're joined by two of those great champions, our council president, Joe LaCava, and our council member, Dr. Jennifer Campbell, whose district we're in today. Both of them are incredible advocates for providing housing for people who need it. I'm delighted and I feel fortunate to be able to work with both of them. Collectively, we're moving the needle. Pacific Village is a part of a larger effort. Since 2020, the Housing Commission and our partners have created more than 600 new affordable rental homes for San Diegans experiencing homelessness through our state's Home Keep program. And I want to thank Governor Gavin Newsom and the legislature for providing those fundings, allowing us to compete. I like to compete more. I like to win more. And with the Housing Commission and with our partners who are here, I believe that we're able to do that. Speaking of partnership, I want to thank our federal partners who unfortunately cannot be here today because of the government shutdown, but I do acknowledge and appreciate the Housing and Urban Development Department, as well as our friends and partners at the VA for their wonderful care of our nation's veterans, as well as our partners at the County of San Diego. And we'll be hearing from Kim shortly for helping to provide the ongoing support to make this kind of project possible. It's not just about building it or remodeling it, it's about maintaining it and operating it, and we can't do that without the support of our friends at the federal and county level. In closing, what we are celebrating today is more than a conversion project. It is a conversion of mindset. It's proof that when we can think differently, act quickly, and deliver meaningful results faster. And it's a part of a growing movement here in San Diego, one that says that housing is not a privilege, but a right and a priority. And so while we take this moment to celebrate today, we also recommit to the work that is ahead of us. More homes to build, more residents to serve, and more lives to change. So every San Diegan deserves a safe place to call home, and we will continue to bring together the resources, the partners, and our collective resolve to make sure that no one in our community is left without shelter and without support. So again, from the bottom of my heart, my gratitude to everyone who made this possible. I appreciate all of you for being a part of this. Let's celebrate today, and let's get back to work. We got some more housing to build, everybody. Thank you guys very, very much. Jim, yeah. And I believe may I introduce Council President? Yes, very good. We want to be efficient. We don't need to have Lisa Kim get up here. She's a busy person. She's got lots to do. Let me do this for you. Give you a couple more seconds in your day. I mentioned it before, but it's worth repeating. You have the head of the executive branch. You have the head of the legislative branch. When they work together, all things are possible. The good news is we work extremely well together. Here's our Council President from District 1, Joe LaCava.
Thank you, Mayor Gloria, and good morning to you all. It's great to see such a large turnout, and these are moments we should celebrate. This is another incremental step of one of many steps to really changing the tide in the conversation about housing. But Mayor Gloria, in particular, I want to thank you for your continuing aggressive leadership on housing and demonstrating that when we all lean in, we can deliver housing at scale for both our most vulnerable populations as well as for all San Diegans. And with my role as Council President and this pro-housing council, including Councilmember Campbell, we will indeed continue to lean in on housing. But today we're talking about this particular project, this particular hotel. As you heard, this is a hotel that has been so valuable for the people of San Diego. It was just early last year that folks who were driven out of their homes by flooding took refuge here. Soon, a new group of residents will be able to find longer-term housing at this renovated hotel. Today is a great day for housing. It's a great day for people who will be able to transition from living on the streets or in a shelter to a room with a bed, a door that locks, a bathroom of their own, a shower of their own. So often we take these things for granted. It's a reminder to everyone that housing is the best way to tackle our homelessness crisis. It is the collaborative approach of multiple agencies and funding partners, including federal, state, county, and city, all stepping up in their respective roles. It is also creating housing exits for those on our shelters and our streets. Keeping shelters stay brief increases turnover of beds, keeps more people safe. And that is only possible when we have more housing like this project. And that is why Pacific Village gives me hope. The fact that this group of individuals and organizations have successfully and repeatedly come together to deliver more housing solution after another, that gives me hope. It should give all of us hope. I'm grateful for the work of Lisa Jones and her team at the San Diego Housing Commission to identify and acquire this and other home key properties. Thank you to the County of San Diego for your critical funding for this project. Thank you to the State Housing and Community Development Agency for providing home key funding for this project. And thank you to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development for the voucher support that helps our most vulnerable residents get into a home, get back on their feet, knowing that their income will never be a hurdle again to stay housed. And of course, thank you to the Department of Veteran Affairs for taking care of our veterans. It is also a great benefit to all San Diego communities that we are helping our most vulnerable San Diegans find a place to call home. And with that, we are in District 2, so I now introduce the council member for District 2, Dr. Jen Campbell.
See, I grew. Didn't even need growth hormone. It's amazing. All right. Thank you, Council President, my dear friend Joe LaCava. And thank all of you. It's such an honor to be here with so many wonderful people. Thank you for the turnout. Today, the grand opening of Pacific Village, right here in my district, District 2. Love it. Addressing homelessness has been one of my top priorities since I was elected to council 7 years ago. And throughout my terms, I've always welcomed shelters, providers of services, and opportunities to build affordable housing in my district. Over the last few years, we've added at least 500 units just in Claremont, which is part of District 2. Over the next several years, the new neighborhood across the street and over a little, Midway Rising, that was my ordinance, 4,000 new dwellings, 2,000 of which will be affordable. And I'm quite proud of that. I think they said it would take 15 years, and now they're telling me 30. I keep telling them, I don't want to be buried under it. I want to cut the ribbon. Hurry up already. So here today, I am so grateful for the work of everybody, but especially our world-renowned, our very special San Diego Housing Commission, who converted this former motel into the more affordable housing for the veterans, the transition-age youth, and the formerly homeless. The Housing Commission's been an incredible partner with the city. We all work together to make sure that San Diegans of all walks of life can find housing. I want to thank our county partners, too, for their commitment to providing housing and services for the homeless. And speaking of the county, on their land in Claremont, on Monday, we're going to open 2 more affordable senior living and formerly homeless housing places for about 400 families and units. So it's a wonderful thing. We're so excited about it. And I can't wait to cut that ribbon. That'll be great. And I want to thank also the California State Department of Housing and Community Development. They are key, and they are helpful so much, including financially. U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development was crucial to help fund the rehabilitation of this property. It's really interesting, the affordable housing, how many loans from different people, different entities have to be brought together in order to pay for it. And then an entity that's so good at fixing it, like the Housing Commission, making it beautiful. I don't know if you all saw the apartment upstairs that's open, so you can see how gorgeous they are. They're really lovely. It's really nice. I'm so happy these people have a home. And again, I want to thank the state and the Housing Commission for using Project Home Key, which comes from the state funds, to create these new apartments. It was also part of the funding, and brings the formerly homeless off the streets into permanent housing. Pacific Village offers not only the housing, but the on-site services that the Housing Commission so often provides. And this includes physical and mental health care, life skills training, case management, and employment services. And there are many entities who help with the provision of those, including our county. These resources can make an incredible difference in the life of someone who's transitioning into permanent housing. This project and these partnerships prove that ending homelessness and providing affordable housing takes commitment and collaboration at all levels of government. I'm proud to be here with these dedicated professionals who have helped make this project a reality. Today, we're taking another step toward reducing homelessness and providing San Diegans with affordable, high-quality housing. And now, I would like to introduce from the state the California Department of Housing and Community Development, our Assistant Deputy Director, Tom Parham. Thanks, Tom, so much.
Thank you so much. I'll take care. I got it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Here's
No worries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Council Member. Good morning, everybody. My name is Tim Parham. I'm with the Department of Housing and Community Development of the state of California. And on behalf of the Newsom administration, I want to thank all the partners that are gathered here today that make this awesome project happen. I want to recognize the San Diego Housing Commission, Mayor Todd Gloria and the City of San Diego, and our federal partners at the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development for continued collaboration that strengthens our ability to meet the most critical housing needs of Californians. Pacifica Village exemplifies what is possible when a pro-housing city, forward-thinking champions, and dedicated agencies come together to deliver a brighter future. Projects like Pacific Village offer more than just shelter. Critical supports and services will ensure the lucky residents will thrive. So, reiterating some of the mayor's points he covered already, but kudos to San Diego. Here at Pacific Village, the investment of nearly $17 million in funding from the California Home Key program, along with federal and local resources, helped transform this project from vision to reality. If you're not familiar, the Home Key program is a key part of the governor's strategy. to alleviate homelessness by funding speedy creation of interim and permanent housing for those experiencing homelessness. The Housing Commission here in San Diego is very familiar with HomeKey, and the mayor mentioned the $100 million that you all have been awarded since the program started in 2020. This has created over 600 homes for those without one. This is just amazing, and it's making a difference. I looked up your point-in-time count in the city, which has decreased since last year by 14%. I think it's thanks to projects like this at Pacific Village. Beyond San Diego, HomeKey is delivering results across the state. So we have begun to award more funding through the next iteration of the program called HomeKey Plus, building on the foundation of our HomeKey program to get resources to facilitate permanent supportive housing that delivers the stability, resources, and services needed to break cycles of homelessness for our on-house veterans and residents with behavioral challenges to fund projects just like this one across the state. California is committed to building on the foundation of partnership between the state, cities, counties, and local organizations, as well as the federal government, to collaborate further and maximize the impact of all our limited resources for housing. Thank you all for your dedication and partnership in delivering a brighter, more resilient future for those who will call this place home, and to a future where every Californian belongs. And with that, I'm going to introduce Kimberly from the county. Thank you all.
Good morning. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm Dr. Kimberly Giardina, the Director of the Health and Human Services Agency for the County of San Diego. And I just want to add my congratulations to all of the partners, as well as our current and future residents who are already living here. On behalf of the County of San Diego Board of Supervisors, I'm really proud to be here with leaders, as you have heard a few times, from every level of government, our federal, state, and local partners, to celebrate this new permanent supportive housing. So much has already been said about this exciting new housing community, but I want to talk for a few minutes about the county's commitment to affordable housing and the value of partnerships like this. The county is all in on increasing affordable housing across our region, and we know that housing is health. That's especially true for our neighbors who are experiencing homelessness. A safe, affordable home is essential to supporting stability and self-sufficiency. And that's why the county is investing record amounts of funding in building and preserving affordable and supportive housing. Pacific Village is a significant step in this effort, with a county investment of $5.9 million in Behavioral Health Impact Fund and an additional $5 million in county-funded behavioral health supportive services to help residents succeed for the long term. Since 2017, which is when the county launched our Innovative Housing Trust Fund, we have supported nearly 6,000 new units of affordable housing, including more than 1,100 that are permanent supportive housing across the region. Many have been in partnership with everyone here. In fact, Pacific Village is the 6th affordable housing development partnership between the county, the city, the Housing Commission, and our state to take advantage of HomeKey funding. And as you've heard, we are hoping to have a lot more on the way. By assisting with the creation of affordable housing and providing crucial supportive services, we are improving the health of future residents, creating a safe and stable living environment, and cultivating opportunities for those residents to thrive. I want to thank our County Board of Supervisors and our county team who worked tirelessly to get this deal to where it is today, especially our Behavioral Health Services and Housing and Community Development Services teams. It truly takes all of us coming together to get people into safe and stable housing. And I'm glad that we can take this moment to celebrate today. Again, congratulations, and to our current and future residents, welcome home. And I'm excited to also now turn it over to Jordan Garcia with our telecare team.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. It's an honor, and we wouldn't be here without any of you guys here, so thank you so much. My name is Jordan Garcia, and I am the team supervisor and the acting team lead here at Telecare at Pacific Village. When we welcome residents into the new homes, like these apartments, sometimes after they spent years in shelters, their cars, or on the street, it is an adjustment. We are here to help them through the transition and to address a variety of challenges they may have experienced in their lives. Offering supportive services is essential to the opportunity to achieve stability in a new home. At Telecare, our mission is to deliver excellent and effective behavioral health services that engage individuals with complex needs in recovering their health, hopes, and dreams. Our case managers play a central role in this process. They are part of a multi-dimensional approach to treatment, bringing together different specialties and personal strengths to best support our residents. We have Kimberly Brown, our housing coordinator, who diligently communicates and collaborates and reviews everything housing related, building trust between property management and residents while also empowering them to achieve their housing goals. And we have our case managers, Malaku Mamo, Devin Diggs, and Andres Boquiren. They are essential to making sure residents are connected and linked to community services that help them maintain their independence and their stability. They provide support with a wide variety of tasks, including SSI and CalFresh applications, substance recovery linkage, primary care coordination, and sometimes crisis intervention when needed. We also have Samantha Wright, our peer recovery coach, whose lived experiences allowed her to build immediate rapport and normalize clients' experiences without judgment. She brings empathy and authenticity to her role, serving as a bearer of hope and possibility for our residents. And our leadership team, Helen Hicks, Jessica Aguirre, Alexis George, and myself, provide an additional layer of clinical support, offering psychosocial interventions to help reduce the severity of symptoms and remove barriers to treatment. Together, our team represents the heart of Telecare's work, collaboration, and commitment to recovery. In the short time since move-in started here at Pacific Village, we've already seen the profound differences that a stable home combined with the supportive services can make. For example, one of our residents was a skilled carpenter and a construction worker just a few years ago. After a serious freeway accident left him in a coma for a week, he lost the ability to work and eventually his home. He spent time in a local shelter, but he didn't give up. At the shelter, he committed himself to sobriety and engaged in substance use recovery programs. With help from case managers there, he was eventually connected to the San Diego Housing Commission and moved into Pacific Village. Today, he says, quote, "I feel like I have another shot at life." He meets regularly with our Telecare staff, trusts us with his care, and says that for the first time in years, he feels safe, stable, and hopeful. We know that supportive services, combined with the rental homes here at Pacific Village, are a pathway to changing lives for the better. We thank the county for contracting with Telecare to provide these services and the team at the San Diego Housing Commission for the work to create these opportunities at Pacific Village. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. I think your comments really demonstrate why Pacific Village is such a wonderful name. It takes so many partners. It takes a community, a village to bring this all together, but it also takes who is here every day. Our property management team, the service providers, our residents, coming together in community and creating a safe space where people can thrive and people can work with supportive services and we can all re-engage. Right? It's an amazing experience, and Telecare has been a fantastic partner, I know with the county for many years, but over the last several years with the commission as well through HomeKey. Thank you, everyone, for all you do. Pacific Village wouldn't be possible without all of the extensive collaboration that we just shared. State, county, federal, local, service provision, property management, asset management, construction, architecture. When you think of everything that goes into creating homes, we can see why it's hard. But those partnerships make it easy and make it possible. Again, thank you to our policymakers for your leadership, Mayor Todd Gloria, our council members, County Board of Supervisors, our board members. None of that undaunting leadership in the face of challenging times, nothing we do would be possible without that. Thank you again for everyone for coming today. We are available for one-on-one interviews, and please stick around for a few minutes to celebrate.